Let's head to our library first, and I am on page 2. We're going to be doing a review on Just Right by Sean. Now let's go ahead and create an actual review. So here is our blank review, and we're going to do 3 different versions. The first one is a review where we do not have any stickers, nothing additional. For the second one, we're going to use 2 different sticker sets. And then for our last book review, we're still going to be using the stamp sticker set as well as the Polaroid sticker set, but we are also going to use some images that I found online. First, we're going to grab our book cover, and that's just by going to Google and searching for the name of the book. Once you find the image, just go ahead and tap on there and drag it over, or you can tap and save it to photos. And when you go back into Goodnotes on your Photos tab, it will be there waiting for you. I like to turn everything into elements because it's easier for me to maneuver. So I'm going to tap on this one and I'm going to go to add element, and I'm just going to do it in a new collection. And for the sake of this video, we're just going to label it YouTube. I'm going to delete this because this is not an element at the moment. Go back to elements where I saved it, and it's right here for me. So let's go ahead and fit our cover into our box. This was a 4-star read for me, so let's go ahead and make some stars. I'm going to use my highlighter tool. So when you click on your highlighter tool, it will just start with these first presets. But what I have done is I have created 5 different colors for this particular book. And in order to do that, you would just go to custom, use your pen dropper tool, and find the color that you want. And then you can add this to presets. And you can see now it's there for you to use over and over again. In order to delete, you'll just click on this color here and go to remove color. And I'm just going to color in my star using the eraser tool. On the precision eraser at the lowest one, I'm just going to outline my star. I personally like coloring it in because I find it oddly satisfying. I'm going to lasso this, and then I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste all 4 stars. I'm actually going to do 5 stars just to show you how you can turn it into an element to change the color at any time. So I'm going to go ahead and use my lasso tool on handwriting, and I'm going to grab all 5 of these stars, tap, and we're going to go to add element. At the moment, all 5 of these are still separate. So let's go ahead and delete that and then go back into my elements, and it is already here, and I can move it around like so. You can change the color. I'm going to go on eraser, and I'm going to use stroke eraser. And then if I just tap on one of the stars, it will get rid of the whole thing. But you can see if I go back to elements, that original one is still there. As you can see, there are 3 different sections that are blocked out, and then you have your quotes. I did not label the sections because I want you to have the ability to put what you want wherever you want. So if you want to put your review here, you can. You can make a book board here. You can put tropes here. I'm going to start by first putting all of the information about the book here. Depending on how I'm feeling, that is what determines whether or not I'm going to use my keyboard or if I'm going to write it in. For this particular review, I'm going to put a summary here and I'm going to put my book review here. Let's go ahead and grab the summary. I know I'm not going to use all of it, so I'm just going to take some of it. And then I'm first going to show you what happens if you just copy and paste. It's going to bring it over with the text that it was wherever you picked it up from. But if you do copy and paste style, it will actually bring over whatever you already have set as your style. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up to where it will fit into this box. Up here, where it says automatic, you can actually change the spacing of the actual text. So I'm going to lower this one to where I like it. So it's at 52. Now that I have my summary in, I am going to turn my summary into an element. In case I want to move it around later, it'll be a lot easier. So now you can see, as long as I'm on my elements tool, I can move this text around easily. I placed my review and I turned it into an element just like I did with my summary. So now you can see I can move it around freely. Next, I want to add some quotes. Now, let's say you do not have 3 quotes that you want to put in here, and you maybe have 2 or you don't have any. I'm going to show you a way to fix that later on in the video. I'm going to go into my Kindle app, And I do not read on my iPad. I actually read on my Kindle Scribe, but I do make like a lot of highlights. And so whatever highlights that I made on my Kindle Scribe is automatically placed into my Kindle app. When you find a quote you like, just do copy, go ahead and paste it. I have all three quotes entered and I did turn them into elements. As you can see, I am on the elements tab and I am able to grab these as one. If I am on my elements tab and I tap on this, it's not going to let me do anything with it. If I am on my lasso tool and I just tap here, it's actually going to make me start writing inside. And I don't want to do that either. So that's why I turn it into elements. Now I can still change the text in here by being on my text box, clicking on the element that I just made, and then I can still type in here as needed. So just a little tip. So let's grab our text and I'm going to put in book review, and then I'm going to do the same up here for my summary. You can change the text of that if you like, if you want it to be different than the text that you used in your summary or review. I'm going to do gold since the stars are pink above it. So we'll have like a little bit of contrast. So now you can see this is really coming together and looking super cute. Now here I want to put my tropes as well as my favorite character. So we have Grumpy Sunshine, Guy Falls First, and Why Choose. And I'm just going to put some dots. And then I want to put my favorite character, and that would be Lorenzo. Loved him. So using my highlighter tool, I'm going to change the color. I'm going to use golden here, and then this lighter pink here. So I'm just going to use my pen tool and I'm just going to make a little check. And if you hold it, you'll see it'll straighten it out for you. So just a little tip. And this is it. This is enough for me. I think it's super cute and the perfect way to start your reading journaling process until you figure out exactly how you want it, figure out your own style, but you still want to do a little bit of journaling. So this is just like the perfect way to start. So first let's start with adding a frame, but this time we're going to use a Polaroid around our book cover and put it right here. And I'm going to grab a sticker that says summary here. I'm going to grab an arrow from our stamp set, and I think that looks super cute. Let's grab a book review sticker, and then I'm going to do another arrow. I'm going to use this one here. I'm also going to add an arrow pointing to the Kindle or the e-reader. I'm going to use this cute little curly one here and place that here. Here, I'm going to go ahead and put my tropes again. I'm going to use the tropes from the stamp set. Now that I have my tropes, I want to put a little like petal in front of each trope. And we'll use this petal here because I just think it's so cute and it just looks so realistic. And I think that this is absolutely adorable. This is such a good way to start using stickers. Just keep it nice and simple. When you first start out and you want to use stickers, try to keep it as simple as possible at first. Now let's go ahead and do the third way. I went into Google and I searched for two images that reminded me of the book. Once you find your image, you can tap and hold and go ahead and save it. The next one was some blueberries. I knew I wanted to make these photos transparent, so there's actually a free app you can use for that. It's called Bazaart, and you'll go ahead and put the image into the app. So we're going to use the background remover and then lower the transparency here. I'm also going to make it a little bit smaller so I'm able to crop out the watermark that's going to come since we're using the free version, and go ahead and save that. Back in Goodnotes, let's go ahead and crop out our images here. Now I will not turn this into an element, and that is because when I am on my elements tab and I'm moving around anything because I never know where I want it to go, I don't want it to accidentally grab the background image that I already have set. So that is the only time I leave things as a PNG. So I'm going to do that with the bus, and then I also found like some cute little mountains. And I knew that I wanted to have only two quotes at this point. So I want to also cover up the actual quote boxes that are here. So we'll use our lasso tool to cover up this extra space, and we'll just tap in a blank area. So then you want to copy. After that, we're going to paste. And I'm going to go ahead and send this to the back. I'm only going to use 2 of these quotes and place them inside of a stamp quote box. Next, I am going to size the quote boxes around the text however I like. And once I have done that, I will make sure that text boxes and images is on, and we'll go ahead and turn this into an element, and I will do the same for the other quote. Now I'm going to add the images of the characters, and I found those images on Pinterest, and I just put in what I thought that they looked like. On a separate page, I am adding all of the pictures that I thought looked like representations of the book. So all of the images are going to go into an actual Polaroid. So I need 4 of those. And the one that is the Volkswagen, I'm actually going to put inside of a Polaroid camera. And now I'm going to make sure that this one's going to be the same size as the other Polaroids. So we will fit this one just how we want it, and then go ahead and make sure the Polaroid camera is on top. So we're going to arrange and bring to the front, and we will go ahead and turn this into an element. So I'm just going to put this character's name here. I'm going to change the font. I like this font here. And now I'm actually going to duplicate this because we're going to go ahead and layer this. So duplicate, and then let's duplicate it again. And now I'm going to change the color. I want to make sure that text boxes is on. I'm only going to change the color of 2 of them. And then I'm going to stack them on top of each other. Once they're stacked on top of each other, I'll go ahead and I will turn all 3 of these into an element. So let's add that back and put it on top of our Polaroid. We're just going to figure out exactly where we want to place everything. Let's grab all of the elements that we just made. Just go ahead and arrange everything the way you like it. I had to do a little bit of maneuvering to make sure everything fit just the way I wanted it. Again, this is supposed to be realistic, and like with any scrapbooking journal, a lot of times things hang out, so I don't mind if something's like hanging outside the pages. So I went ahead and added the tropes that we already had in our other review, this one here, and I used the same stickers. And up top, I also added my favorite book trope that was in this book, which was why choose. This is the completed version of this book review. So we did 3 reviews. The first one, we just have text along with some highlighting. The next one, we just have a few stickers. We added our tropes here with some petals, but we kept all the same information from the first one. In the last one, we added quite a bit more stuff. It's always nice to have a starting point before you start building up to more and more items in your actual journal. It all looks super cute, and I absolutely love the way all 3 turned out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.